I'm the couch genie. Thanks for sitting on me. Make a wish. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, we live. We're live.
You're saying he was rubbing the couch? What are you saying?
Somebody was rubbing the couch.
How was he getting it out of the couch?
I don't know,
Describing my tie. Yeah, dude, I was upset. Because the thing about it is every stream we ever do, we're at a table. You can't see the lower half of us. So I was like, I'll just take this extremely long tie that I have, and I will just tie it loosely. And
was that like a reject tie? Did they call for that back to the factory? And
they
you
had
just
a bunch
say, no, I'm going to keep it?
It was like the last tie they ever made. They just had all that extra fabric. They're like, all right, we'll just
it was a tie that, it's
make
one
it
of
a
those
long
ties
tie.
that's designed to be, one, it's supposed to be a little bit longer, and two, it's supposed to be like double Windsored and stuff like that.
Is that like a 7'3" person's
Yeah,
tie?
I know, right?
It like doubled
picked it up at a big
as a
tall
tablecloth. That was like crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, let's move on to the next topic here. Let's talk about this patch that was announced for Street Fighter V that's coming out supposedly at the end of April, which probably means April 30th, right? So
Whatever the last Tuesday of April is.
Yep.
I would guess.
A lot of people did not seem to be happy about this patch.
You right.
I mean, I tweeted that I thought it looked good, and
You're
then
right.
a whole bunch of people were like, "You're the only person that I've seen who said that you're happy with the patch." And I was like,
I
what?
like some things about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like this is like actually the second version of this game now.
Okay.
The fact that they're adding in moves, I feel like the dynamic of the characters are going to get a lot more fleshed out.
Man, horizontal based kick attacks. What the hell does that mean? Like, technically, Dawson stand medium kick is not horizontal. It's
Right.
diagonal.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it works.
If it works against that move, then Capcom lied to us all. It's just big fabrication.
Because my guess was that they gave him that move so that he could, because Standing Fierce can't armor like Ken standing roundhouse.
Yeah, or Stand
Medium
Standing
Kick from
round-
Dawson,
yeah.
So I was
Weird.
wondering if they were going to give him that so he could have a way to counter. So here's the thing: if it counters Dawson standing medium kick and it vacuums him in, like he just teleports into
Oh,
him,
man,
like
that would be messed
that
up.
is all.
That's all you're doing the whole round then.
Yeah,
So we're talking about the move that they're giving to Zangief.
Zangief.
Tundra something.
Tundra something.
It's like DP plus
Tundra Storm.
kick.
Yeah.
Plus punch actually.
Is it plus
Perform
punch?
a counter. Only works against
Oh.
horizontally angled kick attacks.
It doesn't say whether it works against airborne horizontally based
Yeah.
kick
Does
attacks.
it work against Jury Stand Fierce?
Yeah, some people were
That
saying
isn't,
Balrog
that's like
too.
kinda
Will it
diagonal,
not
though.
counter anything that Balrog has?
he doesn't have any.
Balrog Stand Roundhouse?
I mean, he finally stomps once, right? Balrog finally stomps one time, but like it's the only time he's ever.
Yeah, it sounds very specific. I wonder what it means.
So the question right now is
What
that,
We have no idea yet.
like, honestly, we don't know anything about the way Zangief is right now until we find out how much frame advantage he has after the crouching throw
Yeah,
and
that's
after the
super
thunderstorm.
important. Yeah.
Though that's the two biggest parts about it, right?
If his new throw that only works against crouchers gives him advantage.
if it's like Mika advantage,
Yeah.
and if Thunderstorm is legit, and if he's getting the up headbutt now.
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
So if you can do V trigger into up headbutt and
Yeah.
it does like a ton of stun, if those three things are real, then I'm not sure Gift loses to anybody.
You talking about like
be the
lariat,
best.
lariat, V trigger cancel,
Yeah.
jump headbutt or something?
Well, you can't V trigger cancel Lariat. That'd be super sick
Oh,
though.
okay.
But no, I mean like the
When you
whole
suck
spin.
him in, yeah.
Oh,
and
I
they
see.
pop
And you
up.
get the combo.
Dash
you do
up and then
EX
go
power,
power or
whatever,
something
whatever.
like that, yeah.
Or you could do this guy. Yeah, I feel like he might be actually be the best character.
Yeah, he sounds like he's going to be very powerful next time.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's hard to know until we see the moves.
Right.
Yep. I mean, it's just like Cammy's new air throw, right? Like,
Yeah.
why would you buff this character?
Does it
why
work-
didn't you nerf?
Does it work
But-
in her combos, or is it like only a regular air throw, right? Like, we don't know.
Exactly. And again, question is, how much frame advantage does she get after the throw?
Indeed.
Now,
Yeah.
some people have
I
seen
feel like
it.
there's no way that's good. Like there's no way
I
there.
hope so.
There is in no way that
I
this
hope it
character.
I mean, people have seen it. They saw it at the beta. So I'm just wondering how much it was. Remember the one at Capcom Cup
Yeah.
last year? She had the air throw.
Oh.
So I'm curious. I might have to talk to like Olaf or something because I know he was messing with it
Interesting.
to see how like if remembers how active she was afterwards.
Yeah.
Because, like, if they're going to give her an air throw, she needs to throw the person to the ground, land on the ground, and, like, land on her knees in the Iron Man pose, and she just needs to stay there until the opponent can quick rise and be, like, -2. Like, that's the only way I feel like this move can be
Or just
fair.
make him go farther away from you.
Right.
Like her throw does, where you just get up instantly.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. My thing about the patch is that I feel like the tier list is not going to change that significantly.
Oh, Olaf is in the chat. Okay, hang on a second.
Well, how'd he do?
Let's see. What did he say? It would have to be corner only neutral jump. Let's see here. He said, really, the horizontal counter debate? Oh no, we're talking about. I guess the time hasn't gotten there yet, or something like that, because of the stupid delay on the chat, on the stream.
Well,
But in any case,
I guess, yeah, I feel like you're probably right that it's not going to change the tiers over much.
Yeah, so I don't think the tiers are going to change very much. I think that for the most part, all the top characters are going to stay about the same, because besides Guile and Urian, pretty much everybody didn't get nerfed or were very small.
well, the one
right?
character.
Like Bison didn't get changed.
Yeah,
Rashid.
They didn't
Karen,
do anything to Mika.
well, I mean, I'm talking about specifically the characters I think are super top tier. Like,
Oh,
the top tier
okay.
characters,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like Laura is like, and Cammy and Balrog, Bison, Rashid,
See, it's kind of-
Ibuki. They're all like basically the same.
Right. It's kind of weird. I mean, that's
characters.
kind of one of the reasons why I like the patch, though, is that they didn't change too much in the middle of the season. They're
Yeah.
going to try to let it rock.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
not too
kinda-
crazy what they
Yeah.
changed.
I
It's
kinda-
not
the
that big a
only
deal.
character besides Zangief who has the potential to be like, whoa, is Vega.
Vega, yeah.
Is Vega,
Oh, yeah.
Because he
I don't
got
know if
all
it'll be
these
that
claw
much.
buffs.
Yeah, I don't know
it's
if I believe it yet.
Yeah, I don't believe it, but the one interesting thing is I saw Arlieth tweet about it, and he was like, holy crap, some of this stuff could be super good.
Yeah.
And he
Maybe.
uses Vega, so, I mean,
Yeah,
he would have
it's
a
hard to
better
say.
understanding of what it is.
I feel like Vega is a pretty bad character, and I feel like they are buffing things that are like, it's pressure, right? Like things
Yeah.
do more damage and have more
Well,
frame
they
advantage.
But it's
also
like they
said-
kind of left away the fact that they wanted him to be a stance character and play two different
Yeah.
ways. Because a lot of people declaw at the beginning of the round because they want that plus, you know. But on the back end, I feel like they never gave you a reason to keep it on.
But they
Yeah.
also said
now
there
he has
were
more
new-
advantage on the wall dive.
Yeah,
so
but they
he's-
also said he
yeah.
got some new juggles
I don't think it's that
too.
great.
So I'm curious to see what kind of new combos he'll get.
Yeah, we'll see.
so.
I really wish that they made his neutral game better
Me too.
in the Claw. Like I feel like
Dude.
there's like not Claw is the pressure character, Claw is the mid-range control character, and they're instead making the Claw character also the up close.
Pressure.
Right. I'm actually.
I don't know, man.
I'm scared about what that change they said to Cammy about the EX uppercut being to connect in combos a little bit better. Like I'm worried about that because if that means she can do that target combo, light drill, EX uppercut mid screen, like I just think that would be a big mistake.
Yep,
Like
it
just
would
giving
be.
her that buff, and then also the other change that I'm really not happy about, probably the one I'm least happy about, is the Ken Thunder Kick change. Being
Yeah,
negative
I think
for.
that's weird.
I liked Ken being different that way.
Ibuki's overhead is also slow and safe.
Right.
I think the only difference is that Ken obviously has fake step kick and Ibuki doesn't. But
Yeah, but a lot of the Ken players say that fake step kick mix-up is not a real
Yeah,
move,
you can
right?
fuzzy guard.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can. But that's my thought process too. Is like if Ibuki's overhead is super slow but safe, then I don't see why Ken's can either. They both can combo off of it.
I
Seems
wish
like a
that Ken
weird
had kept
decision.
it. Yeah.
I feel like he should
I'm
have.
looking forward to the Dalsum low attack.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Well, I mean, I remember hearing in Capcom Cup from a Capcom employee. I tweeted about this at the time that this Capcom employee told me that Sim was getting a new crouching medium kick, and that it was cancelable and you can combo into flame, and then it didn't show up and everybody was like mad at me. But now there it is. So presumably it's the same move that is cancelable and can combo into flame, and is like not. It's like okay in startup. It's like not not terrible, not super
I mean,
fast. So if so, then I think that's nice because it sucks for Sim that he has no low poke. Like there's nothing in this range for him that typically he would do like down back medium kick in older games. Now he has nothing like
I
that, so
remember
it's
seeing
useful.
some people saying that if they gave Dalsum a low move, that would automatically shoot him up the tiers. But
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
don't believe
it's
that.
like
I don't believe
marginally
that. Okay.
useful. It probably makes some matchups better.
Okay.
Some situations he'd be able to control better in. I think it certainly would be useful, but it wouldn't be like crazy good. I feel like they probably should have reverted some of the Chun nerfs, but that's not
Yeah.
happening. Anyway, I'm cool in general with the fact that there are not big changes because I don't
Yeah.
want big changes.
I feel like that'd be a bad way to go.
Yeah, you want to do it at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Big changes at the end of the season. Yeah, so I think like the tier list to me is mostly going to stay the same.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised. I think there'll be little shifts. Like I think Guile's going to shift down a little bit because his nerfs.
Yeah.
Maybe Urian will shift down a little bit, but pretty much everybody's the same, right?
Yeah.
It's not too bad. And then a lot of the weaker characters got a little bit of love. Like Fang got a lot of his buffs.
Yeah,
or
that's a new
nerfs.
character,
I mean,
man.
but here's the
Character,
thing.
baby.
But I mean,
Yeah,
like,
He's almost as good
Alex-
as last season.
no,
Alex
but
got
here's the
his-
thing, right?
Yo, I'm happy about Alex.
But
Though.
like,
I'm happy
fine,
about
but-
Alex. I actually was just talking about Alex to old Alex players who was like, "Yo, he's Garbo." I'm like, man, you got to give him a shot now. And gave him a little bit of
I mean,
love.
the thing about Fang though is that Sien actually saw those changes and was like, "Wow, I'm gonna have him be my secondary again." And stuff like that.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Don't
right?
do it.
But that's what
Especially Ibuki's going to be so buff this patch because a lot of the other top
Right.
tiers got nerfed.
But that's
little
what that's what he said. He was like, "Oh, now I will consider him being a secondary again."
You
because
can have,
he
he can
sounds
have him as a
potential."
secondary though. No,
As long as he
what?
never picks him.
Literally for what matchup?
I asked him, I was like, what matchups would you play Fang in instead of Ibuki this season? And he was like, maybe some that I'm a little bit more familiar with still, because I haven't fully transitioned to it. I'm like, so he's, nothing. All right, good to know.
Geef beats Fang. So
Like, what do you,
I
don't
feel
know.
like there's literally no matchup where Fang is a better character.
Than Ibuki, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Ibuki is good. Like, this version, I don't
Oh,
think she's
yeah,
top
yeah.
5, but next version she could be, because some characters could shift, but she's right around the same spot, so.
yeah.
She will not be worse next patch.
No, I think she's gonna go up. a
Only
spot
be
or
better
two.
because of the nerfs to other characters. So like, yeah, why would you change?
Yeah, Geef's gonna beat Fang even worse next patch.
Dude, I think
Yeah.
Akuma's gonna be like crazy.
The health buff is certainly nice.
It's useful, right?
Nah, dude, I just thought he was good but I felt like you never had to deal with Akuma long enough for you to have to see any of it.
What do you get, like
Well,
25 extra life or
You got
something?
25
I mean, I'm
HP.
starting to fight against I played against Adil a bunch, and his Akuma was super good, and I can actually see a lot.
He
of
was pretty
potential
good.
there.
I don't know.
Well, you were using Zangief. That's a bad matchup. Dude.
Totally, and I could totally. I mean, I don't feel like that's gonna change at all.
Right? No, I don't think that matchup.
I don't think
not
that's
gonna change.
gotta-
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
No, I feel like he's still in trouble in that match.
He's
so.
good, but not great.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about him.
I don't think Geef destroys Ibuki either. Although I do think he probably has an advantage. But
I feel like he definitely has an advantage.
yeah, I think he does. I just don't think it's like, oh my gosh.
Nah, it's not that.
It's not like Street Fighter 4.
Mm-mm.
I feel like.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to say about the patch?
I'm happy about the Dragon Punch change.
They're better.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, because stuff like Kami V-Trigger Dive Kick would counter hit your uppercut on startup. That sucks.
Yeah.
It's like, how come my uppercut, my
Right.
anti-air uppercut got counter hit against the air move that's coming at me? That
Right.
feels gross. Like, you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
It also makes autocorrect DPs a little better because you have to do autocorrect uppercuts super deep, and they'll get counter hit on startup sometimes, which is bad. That shouldn't happen.
But yeah, no, I mean I'm glad that they had a way to make it so that medium uppercuts just won't lose the jump attacks
Yeah,
anymore.
agreed.
Yeah.
Because I've done plenty of late uppercuts and got stuffed by something, and and the worst part about it is you're never sure.
He didn't answer.
You know what I mean? You're like trying to, okay, the
don't
one
believe
time
it.
I've tried.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
But see, that's the problem, right? So when I get
I
hit
used
by
the
the-
anti-air. I don't believe it.
I don't
When
Well,
I
I
get-
didn't use it because
when I get
did
hit by
anti-air.
the jump attack, I'm not sure if I just did it too late because I
Yeah.
suck or if
Oh, fair
I
enough.
got beat, right?
Fair
And I just didn't know, and it was frustrating. So
Man, there were definitely some time. Like as soon as I realized that characters had to spend meter to anti-air me,
You just
I
jump
was
at
just
him,
like,
right?
alright, jump medium kick, jump medium kick, jump medium kick, jump, whatever.
Because then when you knock them down, they have no
Who
bar, and you're
cares?
like,
Yeah.
Cool, you can't hurt
I'm
me
gonna
anymore.
waste this guy.
Yeah, so that's good.
I
So
totally felt
I
the
feel
same
like,
way.
yeah, I mean, I feel like Geef and other like characters who want to get in will be like a little bit worse in those matchups, but it's not that huge of a deal.
overall, what do you think of the patch?
Happy, it's light, and I'm cool with that.
Steven?
Yeah, I felt pretty similar. I'm
Maybe
pretty happy with it.
content. Let me tamper it down a
Yeah.
little bit.
That was actually the
Content.
word I was gonna use.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the Urian changes.
Yeah.
That way, when I beat people, they have no more option selects.
He didn't have anything. He got slapped on the
He
wrist.
definitely got nerfed more than a lot of the other characters did.
I don't
but
think so.
He's still good. Like, I mean, if you compare his nerfs
He
to
was, I think he was like,
Balrog or Cammy or Laura or a lot of the characters that people had up there,
Right.
he got
I
nerfed
think
a little
Urian
worse.
was probably second most nerfed out of everybody.
Besides Guile, I think Guile got nerfed a pretty good amount, but he's still probably good because his archetype.
Definitely a good character.
Dude, Ryu changes were barely anything, dude.
They just
well, it
reverted to
depends.
the changes.
I
they
hope
already did.
that it makes him better. I hope it makes him better because
The
I mean,
problem-
to be honest with you, my biggest sad thing about the patch, I like the patch overall, but I really do feel like Ryu, Chun, Fang didn't get enough. Nash didn't get enough. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because Alex, yeah.
Vega.
I still think Urian is top tier for people in the chat.
Yeah.
Talking. I just think that the other top tier characters with him got less nerfs.
Yeah.
So he probably took a little bit more than them, but
I don't
He's
think
still very
I
good.
don't think he's gonna move. Like
he's definitely going down.
I don't think so. Because I don't think he was.
Urian?
I don't think he's
It's
gonna go.
logic. You have to logically think about this.
That's just how
if-
much better he was than other characters.
Yeah, exactly. I
How
was
does it
just saying.
logically make sense that he gets nerfed and another character doesn't when they're at a similar
It's-
level and it doesn't
Yeah,
shit?
I know.
Because you think he's
Come
at
on,
a
you have to use your. Come on.
It's granular, man.
Yeah.
It's no. I'm talking to you.
I get why you would say
It's
that.
granular, all right. It's
if-
not like they're all relative.
Yeah,
floating
that's what-
around.
Yeah,
it's
but-
like you got to go down like there's like a notch, right?
If you just look at the
Thank
tier,
you,
if you just look at the list outside of it, like
Because the
he
thing,
probably went down like a spot or two.
Right. I
you
mean,
know,
but the thing
nothing
about it is,
No,
like,
I don't
I
think
mean,
it doesn't
honestly,
say it. He's
most
the same
of the people,
character.
most of the people that I talk to say Urian is number one. I talked to F Champ. He's like, Urian is by far the best. I talked to Ricky. She was like, oh, Free, the character's the best character in the game. Like,
Those people
all
don't know
the
what
top
they're talking
players-
about, James.
All the top
They play
players
Street
that I
Fighter
talk
for a
to say
living.
that
I
Urian-
will have none of it.
To be-
Good day, sir.
To be fair, I also talked to people who told me they didn't think he was number one.
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
know,
like Flash.
everybody
who also
has
said
different
Cammy
opinions.
didn't think
Yeah,
was in
he has
top
a-
five.
he has
I
a
don't think he's
very-
number one either.
He has a very weird tier list. No, I don't think he's number one either. I talked to like.
Flash has always thought weird stuff, man.
Yeah, he has a
Oh,
very
yeah,
weird
Literally
list.
always.
But like-
He's a smart player, but he's always been out there.
Punk told me he thought he was like 7th or 8th, and I was like, oh, I don't know if he's that low, but yeah, he's not. I don't think he's the best, but if you look at the total buffs and nerfs, I'm surprised that a lot of the other top I'm just surprised that the boxer change is just health.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
That seems really
Can I
surprising.
tell you
to me,
what
right?
I'm a little bit concerned about is
The turnaround punch?
That turnaround
It's
punch
so good.
tech. I'm a little concerned.
It's
A
about
little
that.
concerned?
A little
Yeah.
concerned.
Did we
about
not
that.
see where PR Rock always
Hey, wait, shut up, Urian's cheap. You got it. Nope, Urian's broken. Shut up. Nope, you're not allowed to say anything.
I can see.
Urian's
I
broken.
can see
No.
it all.
Yelling.
I can see it
Loud
all,
noises.
baby.
My
I can
logic
see
is
it
loud
all.
noises.
See, look, see.
I
These
got you.
Urian players, man.
I got you good.
But really,
It's a-
though, that boxer stuff is
It's
like
crazy, right? I can't believe it.
that might be too much.
Urian players are the new Ken players.
They might be.
You're crazy.
Oh, well,
Look, just because neither of you know how to fight against character does not mean.
Well, evidently, a lot of
have
people
a-
don't either because
I think
they.
Beef's gonna beat Urian next patch.
I think he
I
probably
think
will
so.
too.
Yeah.
No, but I do think it'll be even.
I think it'll be a 7-3. Nah, yeah, it'll probably be even. I think that like the matchup now is Urian beats him, so it's like
But like very slightly. But
yeah, it's not that bad. He definitely got the nerfs he needed. Like the headbutt. The one I'm happiest about actually is the headbutt recovery whiff, because before EX headbutt it just whiffs and you're just like. It's just instantly
Honestly,
recovered. It reminds me of Saberwolf's Shadow Eclipse in KI. Like, he just
Yeah.
whiffs it, and then he's like, I'm fine.
Yeah, honestly,
How's it going?
like, although everyone probably would think that I'm happiest mostly about the EX tackle change, I'm actually most happy about the low forward being reverted back to my.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a change that, like, those are the most obvious changes, right? It's the revert the health, the low forward, the EX tackle.
Because like once he got you to the mirror, he just did low forward, low forward, low forward, and like spun around like a top, and like you couldn't counter poke in the between there.
Oh,
at
yeah,
all.
I mean, you can anyway. If he
Right.
does a different button, it doesn't matter. But, yeah.
But no, I want to see.
the
what
mirror
people
is
do.
there. The mirror is what's the scary part. The low forward is
Do you guys
yeah.
think that you're gonna need to have 2 characters or more?
I've always felt like you needed.
I think it depends on who you play.
I think it depends on who you play. Yeah, I was about to say, is that
Yeah.
like if you're Cammy, I don't think you need to.
Mm.
I still don't think she loses to anybody.
Damn.
Yeah.
I honestly thought she was the best character in season 2, and now in 2.1 she got buffed and a lot of people got nerfed, and so now
She
I
got
think
that
she's
dragon punches back.
I
Yeah.
think she's free number 1 right now, and I don't think she loses a single match. Like people say, Birdie Zangief that she
Oh,
loses.
that's
I don't think that's
super
true at
old
all. I don't think
theories.
that's true at all.
So that sounds like 3 months into season 1 theories. to me.
Yeah.
I think Geef beats Vega personally. I talked with Donka about it, and he thinks that it's about even. So I don't know. But basically, he said that Vega is a pile of butt, and he's just gonna ditch the character. So.
It's a good choice.
Damn.
Well, I mean, he's
Maybe after the
touching
patch,
Colleen
but-
Well,
a
he
lot
doesn't think
more,
that's going to be
so,
variable because
Yeah.
it doesn't buff. The problems are not that like he has no pressure. It's like
what
what do
he's
you
got.
do about the mid range?
Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't have anti-airs, that's for sure. Forward Fierce is minus 800.
Yeah, it's so
No,
bad.
it's
I don't know.
actually
My-
true. I mean,
yeah.
Spab actually says that, you know, he thinks it's going to be funny when all these people switch to Cammy and none of them win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's the best character in the right hands. I don't think she can lose to anyone, but she definitely takes a little more work than most of the other top tier characters. I've always said I feel like she's the most honest of the top tier, but I think she's like the best.
I don't know about all of that.
Yeah, I don't know. If
I don't
I'm
know
with you
about all
there.
of that. That's.
I
I mean,
yeah.
compared to Laura, Knee, V Trigger, you died. Balrog, I charge you, V trigger, you die.
Cammy is crouching fierce, V trigger, you die.
Yeah, but it's
No,
not.
yeah,
as
she's
bad.
not.
Pretty
She's
good.
not
It's
as
not as-
shenanigans.
She
Yeah.
has to make you guess a few, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like she's more about control than like.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And
Here's the
exactly.
comeback, you know. It's
I don't
not-
know if, yeah, and I don't know if I consider just control honesty, you know?
I do.
The ground game, the speed of her walk speed and her normals is like so
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
overwhelmingly strong. along
I just
with
say
her
control.
air approach. It's
That's
so
her
good.
strength. She has that control over the ground game
Yeah, I mean,
to
doesn't
push you
get-
wherever she wants you
Yeah,
to go.
I mean,
and the
it's-
fact now that she's gonna have a reliable anti-air. She's gonna
Yeah.
be able to jump up there just in case you jump first. Like
Yeah.
that character's gonna be
Oh,
good.
we haven't even mentioned the changes to crouch to throw tech OS.
Oh,
I'm
Oh
really-
yeah, but they're
Well,
saying it's
when
still
they-
in.
I
though.
mean, like spab
Yeah, we'll
actions.
see, yeah.
Anyways,
I'm really sad about that nerf.
I am too. Actually,
I really don't
I think
like
that's
it.
really
I'm with
bad.
you. Yeah, I don't like it either.
I think it's a bad idea. I think the problem with this game is that there's already very few defensive options.
Right.
They heavily nerfed V reversals this season, which
Right.
the reason, I mean, they haven't said the reason, but the reasoning has to be because V reversals give you a lot of gray damage. And they make gray damage more powerful, so they're like, oh, we have to nerf V reversals. I wish instead they made V reversals give you less gray health, but kept the speed up, because now it's like you have bad V reversals that don't work against
Yeah.
a lot of options and are very option selectable or
Didn't
baitable.
they add more active frames to it for the upcoming season or no?
For which? For
No, they
V
changed the
reversal.
crouching V reversal so
Okay.
they come
Yeah.
out just as fast.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess there was a bug that no one knew about.
Right, but so they like nerfed the V reversals in season 2, and then they nerfed Throw Tech OS now. Like the defensive options are so bad. I think that Street Fighter 4 had a ton of defensive options, probably too many.
Agreed.
But
It
this
definitely
game
had too many.
Does not
defensive
have
options.
enough. It's
Yeah,
like
there's some middle ground
The
in
thing
there.
about
They want you to
Yeah.
press button. They don't want you to. I don't think it's more
get
about getting
mauled.
away. Yeah, they want you to try to fight it out and then return back to that neutral just outside of that
it makes
50 range.
it makes 3-frame buttons with that
The thing about
reversal
it
and
is-
counter
It takes it too
combo
good.
so powerful.
Yeah, it makes it too good. But that's why you said like having that throwback, that jump OS definitely gives a defensive option, like a take to the game that will always be there. Like, but now that they took it out,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Universal
just
defensive
I feel
options.
like people are gonna be able to do it anyway. Now they just have to do like the KOF quick jump thing. You know what I
Maybe.
mean? Like
If
the
it gets
up
super
down.
hard to do, though,
It just depends
yeah.
on how they implement it, because
Right.
it could be like that you would just be
Right.
manually more difficult, or they might have just gotten rid of it too.
Right.
It's
But
possible.
and then on top of that, if they make it more difficult, not many players even use jump back throw OS. I think that it's just gonna make it even, more scarce in top level play. But,
Yeah, I think the defensive options being worse sucks. And a lot of people were getting
Agreed.
better at chasing Throw Tech OS.
Right, exactly.
That's
That's
super
oh
cool,
yeah,
right? Isn't that
Well,
cool?
There was a lot of that at
Yeah.
South by Southwest.
I like
Yeah,
watching that stuff.
Did
It's fun.
RB when he chased it with
Yeah,
the mirror?
I was like, oh man,
I was
almost
like,
fell out
oh,
my chair.
man.
I mean, even in season 1, he used to chase it with headbutt.
Yep.
So and he did it at South by Southwest too.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. But anyway, that's being nerfed. All right.
Do you want
That makes me
to
sad.
take a break and then come back and just finish off the rest
Sure.
of the topics? Okay, we'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back.